in the history of Home Shopping Network. These guys, Professor Amos and his wonderful son, have been with us for 20 years. And let me tell you, in retail, electronic retail, if you're there for 3 or 4 years, you have done your work. These guys have been here for 20 years. Why? Because this product works, and this is one of their best products, the #1 selling product. It is their SuperFast drain cleaner. Now, listen, I know you've probably tried this, right? This here, you tried this one. You know these, you see them in the store, right? And you know these things are the worst things you can put in your pipes. And not only that, they don't really work very well, to be perfectly honest with you. If you want something that works, and you want something that's not only gonna unclog your pipes, because I don't look at this as a declogger. I look at this as a drain cleaner and maintainer, because what it does on a regular basis is it eats up all the gunk and the funk, right? It gets rid of the nasty stuff. I'm talking about grease, grime, makeup, oils, soaps, dog hair, anything that goes down that drain. See, here's the problem. As it starts to build up, that drain gets smaller and smaller and smaller. You need a way not just to unclog it, you need a way to clean it out, because if you don't, guess what that drain's gonna start doing? It's gonna stink up your whole house, because that is the nastiest stuff on the planet. Remember, just because you can't see it, don't mean it's not there. And if you've got clogged drains or slow-moving drains, this is what you want. We're gonna give you 2 jumbo bottles. There's 16 ounces in each. This is a very sticky formula. And Amos III is gonna show you that in just a second. But you get 2 of these bottles. All you do is pour it in, you let it sit for a bit, and then you flush it out with hot water. It's safe on all your pipes. It reduces drain odors, and you're getting a ton of applications here. 12.8 million bottles of this cleaner have been sold in the last 15 years. And I am telling you, it's the only product I buy because I love that it's safe on my pipes. And let me tell you, you walk into any you walk in my laundry room, you walk into my garage, you walk into the kitchen or the bathroom, there's no stinky odors in there because this cleans the drains. Here's Amos III, my man. How are you, my brother?
I'm good, guys. It's been so long. Good to be with you.
I know, pal. It's good to see you, too.
You at home, good to be with you.
So what are we doing here?
So I put a few ounces in there just to get it going. SuperFast is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines. But just like you said, guys, it's not a drain opener. It's a drain cleaner. What that means is it's going to open the drain line. Yes, more importantly, it's going to clean that drain line, squeaky clean, where there's nothing oily or sticky left behind to attract a new clog. But SuperFast is designed to turn your hair into foam. It turns the food into foam. It breaks down all that dirt, grease, and oil in the drain line. It breaks it down into foam. Like Guy said, we call that saponification.
Yes.
That's the dynamic way that it works, by turning everything in the drain into foam. The foam breaks down into liquid, then you're gonna run hot water for up to 5 minutes, and Guy, I tell you what, that drain line comes back squeaky clean.
It does. And now listen, we brought the competitor out here because we want to be like, all right, how do we know this is all fair?
Yeah.
This is something we bought right at the store, and we're going to pour in, and we pour in a liberal amount of that cleaner. And the problem with this too, Amos, is you ever see what's in that stuff?
Yeah, I
It's
read the
bad
ingredients.
stuff.
It's bad. Products like these are highly corrosive. I mean, they may contain acid and ammonia, animal fats, and bleach. That's a highly corrosive concoction, but they tell you to pour half that bottle down the drain. Sure. Think about it. Think about this. That's a lot of chemicals going down into the drain line.
They want you to get rid of it quick and buy more.
And I remember the story you told me about your plumber that poured all that product. We'll get to that, but here, let me tell you here what's happening. 90% of these chemicals trickle and they ooze and it all creeps. It gets past the clog and it ends up down here at this curve unit. You see, this curve unit, it's designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house. The chemicals are sitting there building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's way too hot for the drain line. They're not bulletproof. They're not made to get that hot. I want to show you what's happening in your homes today. So I want to play this cold weather animation, and here's the deal. You're pouring things down the drain line all the time at maybe a hot temperature or even just a room temperature. But when these materials come in contact with a cold or a cool pipe, it'll harden and solidify when you're right away. Now you need a proprietary formula like our SuperFast, something that will break it down but without creating the heat index. And that's exactly what our proprietary formula is designed to do.
Right, without destroying your pipes. And if you're one of those people that pours your bacon grease down there, or maybe you put your makeup down the drain, as soon as that gets down there and it cools down, it's gonna clog those pipes. You don't need something that's gonna burn the pipes.
Right.
You need something that's gonna liquefy and, as we said, saponify what's in there. Here, now you see 2 of these tubes, 2 of these pipes.
Right.
The one that you poured the other stuff in is not moved.
And it smells so bad, by the way.
Yeah.
You got to open the windows. You got to wear gloves. SuperFast, you don't have to do that. And I wanted to mention this one more time. When you get this configuration at home, you're going to get up to 12 applications. Don't use the whole bottle. You're only going to pour out about 4 to 6 ounces out of each bottle. That's going to be enough to open and clean your drain line. Now, what this represents, all this gunk in here, okay, imagine this. That's all the hardened and solidified grime. I'm talking about last week's food, last month's food, even last year's food that's hardened and solidified in the drain line, building up, caked on in there. SuperFast will turn that into foam. All you do is run hot water.
And remember, you're getting 2 jumbo bottles of this, so you're getting 64 ounces total, right?
That's right.
So that is, what, 24 applications?
It's up to 12 with the both of them.
With both of them, up to 12. So, hey, listen, if you use it once a month, that's a year of clean drains, and you can use it in pretty much any drain you have in your house.
Any drain you have in your house, and just like you mentioned, don't wait for the clog. We have a saying here at HSN, it's not if, it's when. You're gonna have a clog.
Everybody gets them. So I want you to look. So here's, if you can get a long shot here, we've got 2 of our pipes that are completely clear, just need to be flushed out. The one that we poured the competitor in has not even budged.
It's not budged, it's not going anywhere, and then it just smells so bad with the chemicals. But let me point this out. On the back of this bottle, if you ever read these consumer products from the store, they say don't mix chemicals, you can't mix this one with the yellow one or the blue one, you'll have a chemical reaction. But we have an innovative drain cleaning method. There is no acid in our product, there's no ammonia, there's no animal fats. I'm gonna take that same 4 to 6 ounces, guy. Look at this, right over top of those chemicals, right through the standing water. And what you're gonna see, it's been less than 10 seconds, okay?
Look at the bubbling. I don't know if you come down, you can see how it's bubbling down. Yes. Look at it down here. You can see that.
Right there.
That is saponification. That is taking those nasty oils and fats and hair, and it's melting it away. Look at this. Now, the other competitor didn't move it. Within 5 seconds, this is going away.
That's it. Oh, there you go. That's what we were waiting for right there. I wanted to show you even closer. Yeah, that's the saponification that Guy just told. This is the example when our proprietary formula comes in contact with anything oil by, it turns it into foam. We call that saponification. Now, all you have to do after that's broke down is run hot water. Let me explain this, okay? Everything's been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. It's all been broken down by being saponified. Look at that. Now, you run hot water for up to 5 minutes. My goodness, it's a gusher. The drain lines are, you hear that suction sound.
Yeah,
when something goes down and that drain line comes back squeaky clean.
And you don't have to try to be your own do-it-yourself plumber, which a lot of people try to get a coat hanger. They try to go down there, and guess what? You may get some hair out of there, but you're not getting the gunk that's stuck on the inside of the pipe.
That's right. When you have this at home, you are the professional. You're the professional. You get professional results. You get to eliminate that clog, eliminate the stink from the sink, any kind of drain gases or drain odors. My goodness, God, this is a proprietary. This is what the major facility use, the hotels, the motel, the casino, the janitorial.
All the ends, you know the ones we're talking about, because you know what? They can't wait. They cannot allow their drains to be clogged when new people are coming in every couple of days.
Right.
So we are very busy right now. Please use express ordering. We rarely get to do this with free shipping. Today we are doing it with free shipping and handling. We have it on FlexPay. We are crazy, crazy busy. This is the answer. And remember, try it out. You got 30 days on everything we sell here. Try this out. You got nothing to lose. I poured, I remember I tell you when I bought my house in Paso Grill, when I bought that house, I remember going in and the first or second day I showered, the water was up over my ankles.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm like, nobody has ever cleaned this drain, and it smelled bad.
Yes, that's
I had a plumber come in, you know what he said? He goes, it's sewer gas, man. He goes, you have such bad drainage from all the years that this has been abused.
That's right.
That the water is not flushing through. So all that nasty shower water,
on your
hair, soap, it's settling there and it's staying there and it's percolating. And things live in there.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
All
right,
let's
talk about it. Let's talk. Things live there. My God. Let me show you right here. This in my hand is known as the dirtiest place in your whole house. This is the inside of the drain line of the kitchen sink. There's over 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of the kitchen sink. You got to eliminate that. That's a food source for bugs and critters. You could have an infestation down in the foundation of your drain lines if you're not.
Bugs crawling out of the drain?
When you turn the lights out at night, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What's coming up out of the drain?
Silverfish, all them nasty things.
This big hunk of oil byproduct right here, I gotta tell you, this represents last week's food, last month's food. I'm taking the same 4 to 6 ounces. I just poured it out really slow there, a couple more. All right, there it is. This is representing even last year's food that's hardened and solidified on the inside of the drain line. Look at what's happening. It's even going to turn that into foam by saponification. Remember, that's the action that happens when our proprietary formula comes into contact with anything oiled by. It turns it to foam. That's the innovative cleaning technology we all know about, loved by my dad, Professor Amos.
It's turned into a soupy mix. A great shot from above.
There it is.
See, now that is easy to flush down. When it's not in this state, that's what is blocking and slowing that water down. All right.
Hard gunk.
We have, don't forget, you can try this out for 30 days. And I want you to do it because hey, listen, everybody's like, yeah. Oh, that looks too good to be true. You need to try it. Since I started using your product, and I'm go back probably 8 or 9 or 10 years, when I finally tried it, I was like, okay, I never have to go back to anything again. And don't forget, you're also taking care of your property.
Yes.
Because don't forget,
Value.
you've got lines in your house, right? You got drain lines, you got all these traps, everything. But that all eventually has to go to the big line.
Yeah.
And even that can slow down as well.
It can. That stuff, the toilet paper, everything else gets gunked and
There's
piled
the main
up.
right there.
The main right there. So hair is the #1 culprit to every clog at home. Every clog consists of hair, and the reason being.
Lower. I want to see what's in
Right,
there.
how about right there? Okay. I'm trying to figure out
front
which
of
way
that
to
yellow
point.
shirt.
Okay, so the oils and fats, oils, and greases in there are very sticky. You wash your hair, you wash your pets one time, the hair goes into the inside of the drain lines. It sticks there. Then it starts to build and build and build until there's a nest of hair that's completely choking out the drain lines. I say that to say this. You got to know this. This is so important. We have one of the only hair dissolving formulas in the country that we know of here at HSN. I'm going to pour the same 4 to 6 ounces right over top of this hair, and I just want to show you a time-lapse video here, because if you have hair, any kind of hair, fuzz, lint, or fur, you give this proprietary formula 10 minutes, okay? Pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, fur, 10 minutes, it's going to break it to foam.
I've never seen that. I've seen this video before, but I've never actually heard of a product that can melt away hair. And realistically, hair, I mean, if you are trying to make a clog, that's the best thing you can put in there. If you add hair and soapy oil, you're going to get a clog. This is a way to clean it out, and then you wonder why it smells. Now, these are just to kind of look, basically are like what your main looks like.
Yeah, these are bigger drain lines.
This is a big drain line, and look at how much gunk is in there. So we're going to put the SuperFast in one.
That's right.
You can pour that whole bottle and it ain't gonna do nothing.
It actually tells you pour half the bottle, so let's turn it up a notch, because that's usually what you do at home. You pour the whole bottle. What Guy was saying, these are the bigger drain lines that run from under your house out to the sidewalk, down to city sanitation. There's no job too big or too small when it comes to SuperFast. It's gonna open and clean those drain lines. So test tube #1 is our SuperFast. Test tube #2 is the consumer products that you buy from the store.
Look at this.
Let me show you this, Roy. I just want to talk to this. The chemicals go to the lowest point in your drain lines, and they start to sit there. And when they sit there, they start to build heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's way too hot. When things get that hot, they expand. And when it expands, it's expanding back up into the sink and into the tub. You said it just a minute ago, right?
Oh, yeah.
Things are coming back up into your sink.
Well, what happens is you start to smell things first, because before the bugs come out and the stuff backs up, you're smelling what they call sewer gas. And sewer gas is basically processed stuff that the bugs are eating, that they're eating inside of your drain.
That's right.
And this is going to get rid of that and eliminate that. We are at 42,900 sold.
Oh, my goodness.
We are so busy right now. You got to try it. Remember, you get 2 bottles. For the average family, that's enough for the year.
Right there.
Really depends how big your house is. Look at how quickly that liquefies that.
If you're just tuning in, let me explain what's happening. SuperFast is industry leading when it comes to opening your drain lines, but it's not a drain opener, it's a drain cleaner. So it's gonna open the drain line, but more importantly, clean the drain line, squeaky clean, where there's nothing oily or sticky left behind. We love that, so clogs don't happen all over again. Now, SuperFast is designed to turn the hair into foam, it turns your food into foam, it breaks down all the dirt, the grease, the oils in the drain line into foam. That's called saponification. So let that take place for about 10 minutes, then you'll run hot water for 5 minutes. The drain line comes back squeaky clean. You don't have a clog coming back. Your drains smell good.
May I?
You want to do, okay?
Just to show you, he's got no tricks up his sleeve. I'll pour the competitor in, and I will put a lot of it in there. And I want you to see, I want to make sure I'm not dripping it all over the place. All right, what do you think? Is that enough?
Oh, keep going. Keep going. Because this is what's happening at home.
And this is where you're wasting your money.
Oh,
I mean, look at it, it's actually floating.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not doing nothing. There's nothing going on here. It's all settling down at the bottom.
So bad.
And then, may I again?
Oh yeah, okay. So
I love
we're
it.
gonna give that a minute. We'll come back
Yeah,
with
we'll
test
come
tube
back.
number 3.
Now
Here we go.
I'll do SuperFast. And by the way, I know we're running out of time. We're going to go a little bit longer.
Oh, very nice. Thank
Because
you.
we want everybody to know that this stuff really is,
that's good,
it's
guy.
the kind.
Ooh.
And you'll see, as soon as I finish pouring, you can see where it starts to melt. And this material that we put in there is basically fats.
Yeah.
Because fats are the enemy of your drains, all right? It's not water. It's not soda, it's fat. Anything that has, and soap has fat, shampoo has fat, makeup has fat,
Everything.
all that has fat.
Yeah.
This melts it away. Even the hair has fat in it,
Yep,
right? And
yep.
you see, now these are ready to be drained out.
Oh, yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Guy poured the application. He poured about 6 ounces over here. Want to go right back to test tube number 3?
Look at how clear this is. Look at how clean this is.
So here's what's happening. So you at home can know. Everything's been broken down by being saponified. It's all been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. You run hot water for up to 5 minutes. Yes, do hot water, and then it'll all pass through there. Remember one good cleaning tip I got to tell you. If you live on a 2nd-story home or a 3rd-story home, do it at nighttime. Start upstairs. Do a couple ounces in the sink, in the tub, and then overnight you let it sit. By the time morning time comes, you're just going to run hot water for up to 5 minutes, and I'm going to do it one more time. You'll see everything passes through
nice
there.
And clear.
Every drain line down below you comes back squeaky
This
clean.
is one of the, I've always made this statement about a lot of different categories, and it's that just because you don't see it, don't mean it ain't there.
That's right.
And what you can't see in those pipes, there's a reason that they don't install pipes clear. You don't want to see what's in there, right?
Right.
It's too bad they don't, because then you'd realize, oh my gosh, that is germs and bacteria.
That's right.
That is bugs. It's all the nasties. Now we're pouring it on the one that didn't actually work with the competitor, and even with their product in there, ours is working. Now, we don't recommend that you combine anything. I would just use this product straight up. You are getting 2 jumbo bottles. It's enough, like I said, to last you probably the year. It really depends on the side of your house, or the size of your house. But remember, you need to take care of your drains. One of the most expensive fixes in your house is plumbing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Imagine.
I should have been a plumber. I'm just telling you.
Killing the game.
You never will not have a job if you're a plumber.
Good to be with you. Good to be with you.
Good to see you too, my
Good to
friend.
be with you too.
We are crazy busy. You can see how many thousands have already gone. Obviously, that's not just in this airing, but that's in the visit. Crazy, crazy busy. When we come back, what are you doing about protecting your home and family? We got the best